welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Hanny.
Today's the Cloze Test. So as usual, we have an article, there are missing words. We're going to be reading the article and filling in the blanks with some missing words. And this is a really interesting article about a very strange way to use a food that some people love and some people hate.
Are you talking about stinky tofu, 臭豆腐?
No, that is a food that some people love and some people, but no. You only eat stinky tofu. This food, people are using it in a very weird way.
Wasabi?
Ooh, what could you use wasabi for? No, it's not wasabi, but I know some people who really don't like wasabi. No, it's not that one. Can you think of what it is? It's something kind of from Europe. Some people put it on their French fries, and some people would say, what? On French fries? That's weird.
Ice cream? I do know
that
some.
That is weird.
Yeah, some people do.
They do, actually. You're right. No, but it is kind of similar. It's mayonnaise.
Ah.
Yeah, but we're not putting it on French fries. We're not putting it on our sandwich. We're putting it in turtles.
What?
Yeah, let's check out the article after
What?
this. Yeah, no, you'll find out. You'll find out.
好，今年年初，以色列呢，它的沿岸发生了一起重大漏油事件，造成那个区域的沙滩、海龟和其他海洋生物被黑胶油覆盖了。那以色列国家海龟救援中心的人就立刻帮海龟来做清洗和治疗，然后还喂海龟吃美乃滋啊？为什么要喂它们吃美乃滋啊？好，那我们要先来看4个单字，第一个是 oil。Oil 它是指油，那它是名词。那么 oil spill 就是指漏油的意思哦。好，例如 He works at an oil company. He works at an oil company 就是说他在一家石油公司上班。那么第二个单字 huge 它是形容词来形容巨大的，可以用来形容这个尺寸数量是很大的，也可以形容这个程度上它是重大的、严重的。好，例如COVID-19 has had a huge effect on their business. COVID-19 has had a huge effect on their business. 新冠疫情对他们生意有很大的影响。第3个单字 off 在课文里面当介系词来表达离什么什么不远，像是 The hotel is just off the main square. The hotel is just off the main square. 那间饭店就在主要广场的附近，离它不远。那第4个单字 center 它表示中心，像是某个活动机构的中心，那它是个名词。举例来说 There is a sports center nearby. There is a sports center nearby. 这附近有一个运动中心。好，那看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Earlier this year, a huge oil spill happened off Israel's coast. That resulted in thick black tar, covering the area's beaches and sea life. Several sea turtles were among them. Workers at Israel's National Sea Turtle Rescue Center didn't waste any time. They cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. To clear the tar inside, they fed the animals mayonnaise. The mayonnaise broke down the tar. That made it easier for the turtles to get the tar out of their bodies. While this method sounds strange, it saved their lives.
All right, so the Cloze Test article is titled Turtles in Oil Spill Saved with Mayonnaise. And that is totally correct. We did not write the wrong words there. And oil is actually one of the new vocabulary words for today. And that is that thick black liquid that we pump up from underground. Oil is used in many, many things in our modern world. From making engines run safely, making gasoline for our cars, to most kinds of plastic, which are also made out of oil or chemicals from oil. Oil can also be quite dangerous to plants, animals, and all that, unless it seems you have some mayonnaise around? Mayonnaise to make oil not so bad. I don't know. It's very interesting. We're going to find out about it.
好，那么美乃滋就是 mayonnaise. Mayonnaise 就是美乃滋。Okay, now let's begin with the first sentence from our Cloze Test article, which reads, Earlier this year, a huge oil spill happened off Israel's coast. Oh dear, I hate seeing oil spills on the news. It's so sad seeing so much of nature damaged by the oil that gets in the water and then often washes up on land. And the number of animals that can be hurt and killed by the oil is surprisingly high.
It sure is. These oil spills are really terrible. Okay, we saw that in that last sentence. There were actually a couple more of our new vocabulary words. The first one we saw there was the word huge. Something huge is just something really big.
Yeah, really big. And off is another new word today, and here we are using off in the same way we might use the preposition near or next to or close to. As in the sentence we read, we usually use off to say that this happened in the water near to some land. So the story is about an oil spill in the Mediterranean Sea, 地中海, which is just off or next to the country of Israel.
That's right. Okay, so next we read that thick black tar covering the area's beaches and sea life. Okay, so it looks like we have our first blank space here, so let's look at our options for it. And we have A, came by, B, spread out, C, resulted in, or D, washed up.
好，我们来看这个题目。句子里面的 that 是指今年年初在以色列沿岸发生的重大漏油事件。那么题目是说，那起事件空格厚厚的黑椒油覆盖了该区域的沙滩和海洋生物。那么 tar 这个字就是指焦油。好，这题是在考我们片语动词。我们来看选项 A。Came by 它表示顺道造访，那么 came 就是 come 的过去式。B spread out 表示展开摊开，那么 spread 在这里是过去式哦，因为它们三态同形。C resulted in 表示造成导致，那么 resulted 是 result 过去式。D washed up 它表示被海浪冲上岸的意思，那么 washed 在这边是 wash 的过去式。好，那因为空格后方呢是在漏油事件造成的后果，它是在讲这个后果嘛，所以我们最适合的答案是 C resulted in 表示造成导致。So our complete sentence will read,
That resulted in thick black tar covering the area's beaches and sea life. Yes, that is what oil spills do. And of course, many of those beaches will not be safe for people to go on, and much of the sea life will be killed.
Right, and as we reach our break, that includes several sea turtles were them, and our four choices are
A, between, B, among, C, around, or D, over.
好，题目的意思是许多海龟是空格它们。这题是在考我们介系词。来看选项 A between 表示在什么之间，可是这通常是指在两者之间哦。B among 表示在什么之中，那这通常是指在一群人或是一堆事物当中。C around 表示在什么附近，在什么四周。那么 D over 表示在什么上方。那题目里面代名词 them 指的是他们，也就是前面提到那些被焦油覆盖的海洋生物。这边就是要表达说，海龟也在那些海洋生物当中，海龟也在其中。那我们用 among 来表达在什么什么之中是最恰当的。好，这题答案要选 B among. So when we put this word in the sentence, we get
Several sea turtles were among them. Oh, those poor sea turtles. These animals already have enough problems, don't they? They can be hunted by other animals, caught by humans, or hurt in many other ways. But they're such gentle and beautiful animals, too. It's a shame to see them caught up in this terrible oil spill.
But don't worry, Mayonnaise is coming to the rescue.
Really? Mayonnaise? Mayonnaise, like the stuff that I put on my ham sandwich?
Exactly.
Do they also need mustard? Mayonnaise and mustard, they taste great together.
No.
You sure?
No.
All right.
好，听到海龟跟其他海洋生物被这个胶油覆盖，这消息真的让人很遗憾。那我们待会就来看看这个美乃滋可以怎么帮助海龟。补充一下，你可以用 shame 这个字来表达遗憾、可惜。那么 rescue 它可以当名词或动词来表达营救、援救。那么 Mike 老师刚刚开玩笑提到 mustard 是芥末的意思哦。好，我们先休息一下。Okay, it's time for a break. See you soon. So let's get back to the article to learn more about this. Next we read, workers at Israel's National Sea Turtle Rescue Center didn't waste any time. They got their mayonnaise ready and jumped into action.
I think it's so cool that the country of Israel has an entire center for rescuing sea turtles. These people do good work. And the word center, I should say, in our final new vocabulary is the last new vocab for this day. And it's a place where basically an organization that's in charge of doing some kind of special job or special work. A country's weather center would, for example, keep track of weather dangers and give advice to the government on typhoons or things like that.
Okay, so let's find out what else the people who helped turtles in the sea off Israel also did. And to do that, we need to fill in another blank that in this case is a whole sentence.
Whoa.
And a whole sentence.
Okay.
So our choices are
A, they swam back to the middle of the ocean. B, although they had lots of time, they refused to deal with it. C, they cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. Or D, when they got back, they washed the tar off their hands.
好，这一题是要填入一个适当的句子。那么4个选项分别是 A, they swam back to the middle of the ocean. 他们游回海中间。B, although they had lots of time, they refused to deal with it. 即便他们拥有许多时间，他们还是不想去处理那件事。C, they cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. 他们把海龟从里到外清洗并给予治疗。那么其中这个 inside and out 就表示从里到外地。好 D, when they got back, they washed the tar off their hands. 当他们回来时，他们把手上的胶油洗掉。当我们用 wash A off B 就表示将 A 从 B 的上面把它洗掉。好，课文前就有提到说，以色列国家海龟救援中心的人员没有浪费任何时间，他们立刻来处理这个问题。所以题目这句应该是在说明说如何帮海龟来清掉胶油。那最适合答案就会是 C, they cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. So the correct sentence should read,
They cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. So cleaning the outside of the turtle would be fairly easy. I mean, it would take some time and be quite a dirty job, but with some warm water, a brush, and probably some special soap, they would just give those turtles a couple of baths. But, and here's the really hard part, how do you get the tar out of the turtle's stomach?
So next the article tells us to clean the tar inside, the animal's mayonnaise. So there we have it, mayonnaise to the rescue.
And we will come to the rescue of this sentence by filling in that missing word. Let's look at our options for this one. A, sold, B, touched, C, raised, or D, fed.
好，题目的意思是为了清除海龟体内的胶油，他们也就是工作人员空格这些动物美乃滋。这题在考我们动词，来看选项 A, sold 表示卖，它是 sell 的过去式。B, touched 表示触摸，那它是 touch 的过去式。C, raised 表示养育饲养，那它是 raised 的过去式。D, fed 表示喂食喂东西的喂，那它是feed 的过去式。好，那么听起来这个饲养跟喂食这两个语义好像有点像哦。那么 raise 它是带有这种给予照顾来使它长大成长的意思。那 那么 feed 则是表达给予食物、提供食物的那种语义。这边呢，它应该是要表达工作人员喂海龟吃美乃滋，所以最适合答案是 D, fed. And so when we put the right word in the blank space, we get this.To
clean the tar inside, they fed the animals mayonnaise. Well, I wonder if that was easy.
What do you mean?
Well, mayonnaise is one of those foods that some people really like, while other people really don't like. What if they get a picky turtle?
对哈，万一有海龟很挑食，它不吃美乃滋该怎么办呢？那么 picky 就可以用来形容是挑剔的。I guess a picky turtle would rather hide in its shell than eat the mayonnaise.
Exactly.
Well, okay, that's a good question, but I'm not sure we'll get the answer to it. But here, what we do know, if they did get the mayonnaise into the turtle, it would really help the turtle out.
Right, and how does it do that? Well, as it says next, the mayonnaise broke down the tar. That made it easier for the turtles to get the tar out of their bodies. Interesting. I don't know exactly what is happening here, but there must be something about that which makes it easy for the mayonnaise to pick up and clean the heavy tar out of the turtles' stomachs. I wonder who discovered this.
Me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally we read, this method sounds strange. It saved their lives. And for this final blank space, we have these 4 options to choose from.
A, while, B, since, C, until, or D, if.
好，我们来看最后一题，它是在说空格，这个方法听起来很奇特，它拯救了海龟的生命。这题是在考我们连接词，来看 A while 表示虽然尽管 ，B since 表示因为 ，C until 表示直到什么什么在什么什么之前，那么 D if 表示如果。好，喂海龟吃美乃滋这方法是不是听起来很奇怪？但是它却是有效的哦。所以这边我们应该是用 while 来呈现这种转折语气，表达说虽然怎么样，但是怎么样。那这题的答案就要选 A while. So our final sentence in the article will read,
While this method sounds strange, it saved their lives. That is so cool! So if you see a turtle covered in tar because of a nearby oil spill, you now know what to do. Run to the local supermarket and get some mayonnaise and a spoon.
Really? Do you think that's the best idea?
No, probably not. Maybe call someone from the local turtle rescue center?
Now that is a good idea. Anyway, okay everyone, thanks for joining us. Take care of turtles and all other sea animals, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye bye.
Take care.
Earlier this year, a huge oil spill happened off Israel's coast. That resulted in thick black tar, covering the area's beaches and sea life. Several sea turtles were among them. Workers at Israel's National Sea Turtle Rescue Center didn't waste any time. They cleaned and treated the turtles inside and out. To clear the tar inside, they fed the animals mayonnaise. The mayonnaise broke down the tar. That made it easier for the turtles to get the tar out of their bodies. While this method sounds strange, it saved their lives.
The Shoes Pottery has almost 100 years of history. It is more than a place to show and sell pottery. It also includes Shinwang Shoe Ceramics Memorial Museum. Visitors can see the ceramics making process. You can even make your own ceramics by taking DIY classes. A snack area offers cakes and pancakes. A visit to the Shoes Pottery is a fun and relaxing way to spend a day.
See you next time.